Chapter 1. Plumbing is an honorable profession. When a water pipe bursts under the slab of a house, a good plumber can save the homeowner thousands of dollars with a competent repair. Even a leaky toilet can cost big money if not timely fixed by a plumber. A plumber doesn't have to waste years in higher education to become proficient. He can be an apprentice to an experienced plumber for a few years and, voila, he's a plumber. Women can become plumbers too. Not many of them do though, probably because they're too smart to get down on their knees a foot off a dirty bathroom floor and clean out a stranger's toilet. Still, there's something honest about working with your hands to make a living, even with dung under your fingernails. The best part is, a plumber can lie, cheat, and overcharge a customer at will and laugh all the way to the bank, and the poor homeowner is happy to pay. Oh, you think I'm overcharging you? I'd be happy to put the fecal matter and used tampons back out on your bathroom floor. Who's going to argue with that? Nick Falcone had an IQ of 172, ranking him right up there with the profoundly gifted. Had he gone on to college and graduate school, he would have invented a way to feed the world or provide clean water to all of Africa. But his grandfather was a plumber, his father is a plumber, and Nick knew he could make a good living at it with not much work. So, for the past 8 years after graduating high school, he has been an apprentice plumber to his father, Jimmy Falcone. Both men were standing knee-high in rubber boots in a sunken living room that had turned into a swimming pool, while the homeowners were away on a 2-week vacation. Nick didn't tell his father that the week before he had broken into the house during the night. He used a stethoscope and a drill and punctured a hole in a hot water pipe inside a wall behind a standard piano. The room began to flood immediately. On the way out, Nick stuck a magnetic business card on the refrigerator in the kitchen. It was just a matter of time until Falcone Plumbing got the call. "What a mess," Jimmy Falcone said. "I don't even know where to begin. Probably need to dig up the whole floor and go below the slab to find the leak and then repipe the whole house. Going to cost these people 20 grand. Nick thought about it for a moment. "That's one way, Pop. Or I can use an optical cable with a tiny camera and run it through the manifold and find the leak and patch it." Jimmy stood there in the water and smiled at his son. "All those academic scholarships you turned down over the years." Jimmy shook his head. "You should be building spaceships to Mars, not standing in water with me in someone's house." "I'll find the leak and patch it within 2 hours," Nick said. "Then we'll dig up the whole floor, repipe the house, lay a new slab, and charge them $30,000. We can sub out most of the grunt work cheap so we don't have to do much. We won't even have to repipe. We can just say we did." Your grandfather, may he rest in peace, would be turning over in his grave right now if he heard you say that. "We've got a license to steal, Pop. The state gave us the license, so I don't see where we'd be doing anything wrong. The government steals taxes from people who get nothing in return. We're just doing what they do." "Sort of like redistribution of wealth, right?" "Exactly, except we don't sit back with our hands out and beg." "But what if the owners find out we cheated them? We could go to jail." Nick laughed. "You worry too much, Pop. Nobody's going to jail. And these people will thank us when we're finished. I'll go out to the main and shut the water off. You call Louie and his crew to get over here and pump out the water. Offer them $250, no more. I'll fix the leak, then we'll have our subs get started on the real work." Jimmy stopped his son just as Nick was going out the front door. "Are you going to stay home for dinner tonight, Nick? Mom's making something special." "We'll see, Pop. I've got to go out again and canvass for new business." "Since you graduated high school, the business has made 20 times more dough than it did all the years I worked with your grandfather combined. Stay home for a change. Your mother would like that." "Don't get water in your boots, Pop. It could be contaminated. Call Louie." Nick walked out the door and headed for the city water meter at the street. "That kid is wasting his talents with me," Jimmy muttered to himself.